Characters in my film are used to reflect certain social groups and personalities. This can be seen through the characters' clothes. What they wear is a large indication of someone's personality. Identity can also be seen through what the characters say, what they do, and their age. Each of the characters' actions can be reflected on my audience demographic. The victims in my movie are all teenagers, and all wear fairly casual yet stylish clothing. The audience would assume that they have met up as friends that are going to relax and watch some TV. The clothing that my characters wear is an easy way to associate them with a certain demographic. The male characters are wearing t-shirts, with one of them wearing jeans and the other dressing more casually, with some jogging bottom shorts. This is representative of social groups that take an interest in style, but aren't particularly mainstream by wearing the latest and most fashionable clothing. This goes same for the girls with what they wear. One of the girls wears jeans and a stylish hoodie, whilst the other wears jeans, t-shirts and a denim jacket. They are sitting in a fairly nice home, nothing massively fancy about the house, so the audience can assume that these guys are middle class. The house has a reasonably sized lounge with a nice big TV and big comfortable sofas. It leads into the entrance of the house where the killer enters, and towards the end we can see the dining room, which is on the other side of the house. This is the kind of house featured in films such as Sinister, and would be the kind of house that my target audience would live in. The first character that we see is Ellen. She is one of the kinder and more thoughtful members of the group. We can immediately see this for her bringing her friends drinks. She is also blonde and pretty, therefore connoting a more vulnerable person, which is a large convention of horror movies. We can compare this character to the character of Dana in The Cabin in the Woods. The character of Dana is portrayed as an innocent person who is a lot more sensible than some of the other characters. She wears minimal makeup and is much more vulnerable than some of the other characters. Even though Dana is at the extreme end of innocence, we can still draw strong links between Dana and Ellen. The character of Jack, the killer, has a lot of links with other characters within the same genre. He is a very built, heavy-handed, slow-moving killer that makes him massively intimidating. His dark clothing and gas mask creates a sense of unknown because we don't know who he is, and he uses a large baseball bat that adds to the brutality of the murder. The point of this character is that he has no place in a respected society, which adds to the horror aspect because he doesn't represent a social group. The character, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, has a similar style to the killer in my movie in terms of movement, clothing, weapon and mask. Because Jason Voorhees is a more familiar character, then the audience will be able to see that my killer isn't going to be a good person. In the movie, The Cabin in the Woods, the characters are meeting as a group of friends in a sort of social event. Each of the characters' role in the film is different. They each have a different personality that makes up the identity of the group. This can be seen all the time within society and various social groups. This is something that would reflect a lot of my target audience, whilst being a very common characteristic of horror movies, that friends will meet up only to get themselves stuck in an awful situation.